Hey everybody, I'm Johnny Scoville and this is Chase the Heat. Thank you for hanging out with me. It's another installment of Late Night Snack Time with the Scoville Squad. Got a funny story to tell you, a couple. Look what I got. Hella hot honey mustard, onion flavored Drinkin pretzels. I don't drink anymore, so I brought, this is my drink of choice now, you guys. I like the peach flavored and I like the raspberry flavored from Arizona, 99 cents. You gotta be kidding me. I think so differently now that I make stuff. 99 cents for that. It's insane. All right, let me tell you a little bit about this. Tim Myers, you guys know the name from Hotheads Official. Pretty exciting. Read some great sauces from him recently. This is the Drinkin Pretzels. This is a collaboration, you guys, with Sweet Cheese Bakery. It features a honey mustard onion pretzel with Hotheads dried pepper spice. Once you start eating them, they say you can't stop. We're gonna find out. Let me give you the ingredients, guys. The ingredients are sourdough pretzels. That is wheat flour, corn oil, salt, malt, honey, vegetable fiber, yeast, and soda. Now it's got soy oil, sugar, fructose, dextrose, dried onions, vinegar powder. That consists of maltodextrin, white distilled vinegar, modified food starch. Okay, it's got mustard flavor, salt, honey powder. It's got wheat flour, dried garlic, turmeric, citric acid as an acidifier, real salt, and they say real salt is their unrefined mineral sea salt, canola oil, paprika, yeast extract, which consists of yeast extract and salt, silicone dioxide is a flow agent, natural colors, and here's where it gets fun, people. Ancho peppers, Fresno peppers, Indian red peppers, 7-pot red peppers, Trinidad scorpion red peppers. It does contain wheat and soy. Listen, that's a pretty cool list of ingredients. Got some peppers in there for real. So we're gonna, oh, by the way, let me tell you, you guys know I'm doing if you guys don't know, in the past I've done a bunch of really long marathon live streams. Like I did one that was 25 hours, I did one that I think I did 4 or 5 that were like 25 or 26 hours long. You guys will know better than me. Some people will keep track of that. But, because I forget. But I'm doing another one. Now I haven't done a really long live stream in a long time. And we're gonna do another one. Now what I've got for this one, it's gonna happen probably in the next 2 or 3 weeks. I'm not quite sure. Maybe a month. I want you to know I wanna do it as quickly as possible. Because I'm excited about it. And if you haven't ever tuned in to one of our live streams, the marathon ones, man, they're fun. Really is a good time. We're gonna have raffles, we're gonna have giveaways, lots and lots of giveaways. Let me tell you what I've got. I've got a bunch of different sauce makers. I have a case of each of their sauces coming to me. We're gonna mix them all up. We're gonna have 6 different cases of sauce that we're gonna raffle off. But here are the sauce makers. Stephen Ferrazzo from Spice Pepper Enterprises, Brian Mahaffey from Half's Hot Sauce, Zach and Dana Perkins from High Desert Sauce Company. We're gonna have tons of stuff from Blazing Foods. We're gonna have stuff from Chase the Heat Hot Sauce, boom. We'll probably have tubes of terra and a bunch of spoons and everything else. But we're gonna have Flashpoint Hot Sauce from Tony Spivey, and Heiko's Hot Sauce from Heiko Kriegsman, my brother. And it's really gonna be fun. We're gonna have, we'll do raffles, giveaways. You're fine, you're fine. We'll do raffles and giveaways for 25 hours straight, all right? So you're not gonna wanna miss that. It's gonna be really, really fun. So, let's get into these. So far, no one's interrupting me and they're walking by, which is kind of cool. This is kind of like Cracker Jacks. Got a sticker in the box. Oh. You can smell peppers. I can smell the garlic, but you can definitely smell the heat. All right, so let's take a look at these. You see it's pretty coated with good stuff. All right, now these are sourdough pretzels, but they're coated with all the good stuff I told you about. Ancho, peppers, Fresnos. You're fine, good. Anyway, guys, here we go. This is from Hella Hot Hot Sauce. This is their collab. This is their Hella Hot Honey Mustard Onion Pretzels. Drinkin Pretzels. I'm Johnny Scoville, this is JC. These are delicious. Wow. What's great about these is you can taste the sweetness to it. Get the honey mustard going on, the onion. But there's heat. I'm not sure what the level of heat is at right now. So I'm going to tell you a little bit of a story, eat a few more pretzels, and we'll tell you what it's at after. But the flavor is incredible. Really wonderful. Get that honey mustard thing going on. Delicious. All right, so I was telling you yesterday I was working at this modeling agency. It was crazy. Pete was this guy. What I didn't tell you about Pete yesterday was Pete looked like Phil. Maybe I didn't tell you. I don't remember. Pete looked like Phil Collins and milked it to death. Long ponytail, same hair, shorter guy, built just like Phil Collins, and milked it to death. Big time. Played it in his car when he was driving around all the time. It was pretty funny. Anyway, Tommy, my brother, and I were working there one day. This is before we knew it was a sham, okay? Honestly. I'm in my office one day, and Karen, the receptionist. Now, Karen's dating Pete. So what happened in my office? This is hilarious. These are delicious. The flavor is so good. Oh. It's definitely one of those you can't eat one sort of things. Anyhow, so I'm in my office. I've got a person in my office I'm interviewing. Tommy's got somebody in his office he's interviewing. Doors shut, you know. I get on the intercom, Karen gets on and goes, Johnny, you gotta come up really fast. Someone's in Pete's office trying to kill him. I kid you not. So I get on the intercom. I said, Tommy, quick, come out here. Somebody's trying to kill Pete. Pete's not a very big guy. Pete had a Mont Blanc pen. Really liked his Mont Blanc pen a lot. Talked about it a lot. So here's what happened. I'm in my office and this guy comes in. And he's this Italian dude. Not knocking the Italian, I'm Italian. But he's got this suit on. And he looks like he's seen too many movies. His shirt's open to here. He's got the unicorn, gold unicorn. Anyway, I hear this banging and thumping. Now he's got shades in his office, so you can't see in. Big window, so when you fix the slats or whatever, you can see into the office and see who's waiting, but he had it shut. So I'm hearing this tremendous crashing and he comes in, he's apparently, dude's got a wife or a girlfriend. And Pete, although he was dating Karen, apparently Pete was playing the field. Very bad. So anyway, this dude was the boyfriend of this girl, this woman who came in, well, apparently was a model at the agency. So he comes in to try to tell Pete to stay away from his girl. So Pete says, he's a little guy, stands by his desk. He says, you take one more step towards him, I'm gonna take this Mont Blanc pen and stick it in your eye. Well, that would have been really cool if he could have backed it up, but he really couldn't. He was a little guy, you know? So, just throwing people, there's so much noise. You think there was like a bar fight going on in this room, there's only two of them. So I open the door and he's ragdolling Pete. He's throwing Pete all over the place. So he's got a friend of his with him. This Italian dude, he's kind of flogging Pete, brought this other dude with him, like muscle. I kid you not. So I go there, and Tommy's bigger than me. I'm not a little guy, you know. Tommy's like an inch taller than me, a little bit bigger. So I go in there and I'm trying to help Pete. He's getting his butt kicked. So I grab this guy and I get him in a headlock. And I'm just trying to keep him away from Pete. My brother's got this other guy, and at one point he gets smashed against the wall and the curtains. And there's a room full of people. You had to stay in the waiting room. There's like 10 people sitting down, and they're screaming and yelling going on in here, banging against the wall. The drapes were flying. It was crazy. Anyway, so I got this guy in a headlock, and Tommy goes, "Johnny, let him go. He's blue." I didn't realize, he stopped fighting, but I wasn't really paying attention. So I let go and he just collapsed to the ground. So I helped the guy up and he didn't have any fight left in him. So we get him outside and we escorted me and Tommy get both these guys out of the office. So they go outside, we go back in. There's so much noise. You have to understand how loud this fight was. There's a bunch of men screaming and yelling, throwing people. It was psychotic. Anyway, we straighten my shirt and tie. I walk back in and sit down and act like everything's cool. Where was I? Oh my gosh. Pete. The other funny story I was gonna tell you, these are great pretzels. The other funny story, I was in my office one day and this model that was a little teeny girl, she was like 5 feet tall, like this big around. She comes in and she's talking, and I didn't have anybody in my office then, so we were just talking. She used to come by just to say, "Is there any work?" And at that time I thought there was work, and really there wasn't, but I was under the impression, like she was, that there was work available. So she would come by the agency a lot. So she goes by the agency and she's hanging out, I'm in my office. We start talking and she goes, "Hey, listen, you're pretty gutsy, aren't you?" I'm like, "Yeah, I like to think I am." So I had a TV, this is back when it was VCR, right? A big screen TV in my office. She pops the VCR and it pops in, she pushes play, and I'm watching on the screen. And it's her. In a one-piece jumpsuit, like a flight suit. And I'm looking at it. She gets into a plane. Plane takes off. Next thing you know, they're up at altitude. Door opens up, they jump out. Unbelievable. She was tandem. No, excuse me, it was not tandem. She had her license, so she just jumped out of this airplane. I was like, wow, unbelievable, because she was standing here, and I just watched her, and it was just crazy. She goes, "Would you do that? Would you jump?" Pete was in the office with me. I went, "Sure, of course I would." It was good. My dad runs the jump zone. You can jump Saturday. I got it all set up. So I said, "Pete, you gonna jump with me?" He goes, "I'll do it if Tommy does it." So I knocked on his door. I said, "Tommy, you want to jump out of an airplane Saturday?" He was, "Sure." I said, "I'm in." The skydive I made in Colorado, where I ate 3 peppers, the first skydive I made, that was the second skydive I ever made in my life. First one eating peppers. The first skydive was 20 years earlier, and this is how this story happened. So that was the first jump I ever made. I didn't jump again for 20 years and then did this 2 in the last 3 years. But anyhow, so we're gonna go skydive, me, Tommy, and Pete. So he's got a Mustang convertible. We're driving out to the drop zone in Beeville, Texas. Hilarious. Swear to God, hand to God, I'm telling you a true story. When Tommy's gonna be around a little bit. When he is, I'm gonna have him tell the story. It's hilarious. We get there at night. The idea is that they said we could stay in the hangar, sleep in the hangar, get sleeping bags, lay on the floor with all the skydivers. They said it's a really cool time. The next day we get up, we have 5 hours of training on the ground. And you jump out of an airplane. This was not a tandem like you guys saw me do. That's where you're attached to somebody. The first jump I ever made was called accelerated free fall. You have your own chute. When you jump out of a plane, 2 people hang on to you. You have these little strips here. One in your arm, one in your leg. And they're on the side of you, hanging on to you when you're falling. And you have a few things you need to do during the skydive, so you make them aware of the fact that you know what you're doing. Because at 5,000 feet, you do this, they cut away, and you're on your own. And you gotta pull your own parachute, canopy. That's how the accelerated free fall program ran. So we decided, so we get there, I'm telling you the true story. We get there, and as we're pulling in, it's dusk, it's not quite nighttime, the sun is going down. A guy gets out of the plane. A dude from inside the hangar that works there meets him right in front of us. And he goes, I'm not getting in that plane again unless you fix it. You understand? I'm not flying that plane again. I swear to you, that's what he said. And that's all he said. Stormed off. And this dude's wearing a parachute. He's the pilot. He got out of that plane wearing a parachute. He said, I'm not getting in that plane again until you fix it. Turned and walked off. This was the little girl, the young girl's dad who ran the site. He looked at me and says, well, I don't know if he said it to him or me. I said, what's going on? What was that about? He goes, nothing. It's fine. That's what he said to us. He goes, that's fine. So we went to the hangar. We're sitting around meeting everybody there. A little nervous. I'm sure I have a plane next day, you know. Haven't done that before. So we were sitting around watching a movie. Skydivers are strange people. They really are. Watching this movie, and at some point, some dude goes, hey man, is there any skydiving in this movie we're watching? And the person goes, I don't know. And he goes, well, why are we watching it then? They turned it off. They only were into, that's all they did. All skydiving, all the time. So we got really jacked up about doing this. It was fun. All night long. Had a bunch of beers, stayed up till it was real late, went to bed. Next morning, we're doing our little 5-hour deal where you're learning stuff. Here's the deal. Tandem, if you flailed around and really caused a problem, you could interrupt things and cause your own demise. An accelerated free fall, man, they leave you alone. It's up to you. And I'm sort of a control freak. Not really, but I like the fact that I pulled my own shoe. So anyway, on the ground, the 5 hours teaching you all these things you need to know. Because if they just grabbed a person and didn't train them at all, and brought them up, and you jumped out, you probably wouldn't make it. So anyway, we're on the bottom, on the ground. We're done with the training. So we're getting ready to make skydives. And it was so much fun. I drew the short straw, which means I had to go first. And I was really, or it means I got to choose. And I said, I go first. I wanted that thing behind me. I wanted those two guys to have to go up next after I had it done. Because we're going to go one at a time. It's a teeny little Cessna, 185. Pilots in front, 3 people in the back on the floor, sitting down like this. And when you skydive with this one, when you pull out the ripcord for your canopy, it comes all the way out. All right, it's a little loop, a little ring along the string. Comes all the way out. They said to us, whatever you do, just don't throw the thing away and we charge you an extra 20 bucks. If you pull this out and you drop it, we'll never see it again. You're a mile up. When they'll blow it into a different county, we'll never see it. I'm just going to charge you an extra 20 bucks. This had nothing to do with the money. It was a pride thing. So I go up. 2 times they would say to you, are you ready to make a skydive? Once was on the ground before you got into the plane. And they warned you ahead of time. They said, look, we're going to ask you 2 different times, are you ready to make a skydive? And both times you better say yes. If you say anything but yes, then you don't go, we keep your money. So they said to me, I went first. They're all watching me. I got the suit on, my own rig. It was just, as I was walking to the plane, they were looking at me like I was walking into the abyss, like I was never going to come back. They had this look on their face like, I can't believe he's doing this. That's what the look on their face was. So I stand there in the front, they go, you ready to make a skydive? I went, yeah. Get in the plane. I did that. I was real tough because they were watching. Get in the plane. Go to the top. They said, they warn you. They're like, we're going to be altitude in like a minute. Horrifying. It really is. So they said, are you ready to make a skydive, Johnny? I went, I didn't come here to dance. Let's do this. Everything went fine. Pulled my thing. Pulled it all the way out. My canopy opened. Unzipped my flight suit. Stuck in my thing. Zipped it up. Pulled the handles down. Started figuring out where I was. Got my bearings. Everything was fine. It went beautifully. Tommy went next. These were videotaped, by the way. Tommy goes next. Does fine. It was really fine when they dropped. It was Tommy. It was blowing like 13 miles an hour, which doesn't sound like a big crosswind, but that's about as strong as the wind's gonna go before they're gonna let you jump. They dropped him, I dropped almost right above the drop zone. There was no wind. When they dropped Tommy, it's weird because you hear the plane goes, ooh, you hear the plane engine slow down. And you can see it, it's a little speck. It stalls, like slows down really much. And then you hear, then it picks up again, and you see these little specks in the air. And that's people. Well, when they dropped me, I was right over the drop zone because there was no wind. Well, Tommy, I could see the plane way down. You could hear it. I'm like, whoa, what are they doing? It blew so hard, he just tracked in like a mile. It was pretty cool. Anyway, he pulled the thing out, zipped it, stuck it in his shirt, zipped up. Well, Pete goes to jump. He was like freaking out because we just went, it was done, we're all yucking it up. Each time like, he came down, by the minute, I'm getting happier. So Pete goes up and does his jump, and the video is hilarious. Pete jumps out, pulls just lets go of it. Well, first of all, this is the funniest part. When he first leaves the plane, he jumps out. They're hanging on to him. He does this for, I kid you not, like 30 seconds. When we watched it, we're like, where are you going, Pete? Where are you going? You gonna swim back to the plane? What are you thinking? It's hilarious. Anyway, the chute opens up. He takes it and chucks it. We mocked him so bad. It had nothing to do with the money. We brought ours down with us, and he chucked his. So Pete, if you're watching, and shame on you for letting me work at a business that was criminal. Was it criminal? Boy, it's pretty shady, and you didn't tell me. Anyhow, wrap this up. Sorry for the long story. Great pretzels. The heat never got more than like a 1 for me. Like for a non-chili, this would be like a 4. But it's so stinking munchable. I could just eat them all day. There'll be a link in the description box for Hotheads Official, Tim Myers. You're gonna see his sauce on my live stream. Hope you guys join me on that. If you've tried stuff from Hotheads Official, go to the comment section, say so. If you haven't, go to the description box, click the link. Tell them this guy sent you. We're gonna wrap it up. Wow, the sweetness. The honey mustard onion thing going on. Oh, wicked good pretzels. I'm not sure I've had better. I don't think I have. Boy, I've had some pretty good pretzels. They rank right up there. I'm not sure if they're the best pretzels I've had, but boy, they're about as good as anything I've had. I'm thinking of one other that they're probably par with, but man, this is a good pretzel. Get some. Okay, we're gonna wrap this thing up now. Thank you for hanging out with me. A little late night snack time with the Scoville Squad. Click that pepper right there. When you click that pepper, you become part of our family, okay? The Scoville Squad, worldwide. If you don't want to miss a video, it's really cool. You'll see a thing there, notification, click it. You won't miss anything. If you're not getting them, unclick it, click it again. You'll get all every time we go live, and there's gonna be a couple great ones. We're gonna go do a challenge on Saturday that I'll be doing live. Right there, League of Fire, the WWE of the chili world, right there is 2 relevant videos. Man, oh man, is right there. I love you. I'm Johnny Scoville, and this was Chase the Heat.